think people are really aware of what can be done with a pond.
It's like a backyard oasis. It's just a very peaceful place to go and relax and entertain.
The first time that you hear that waterfall, the peacefulness that it gives you, it's just wonderful.
It certainly adds a certain beauty and tranquility to the surroundings, which I very much appreciate.
My backyard just flows now. The whole yard just kind of flows together. I always say we have our own little piece of paradise.
The idea is that you take time in your life to actually relax and unwind.
The normal pressures of the day all flow away.
Well, we have a friend who has a pond and absolutely fell in love with it. Never in a million years thought I ever would want a pond. I never really had a desire to get a pond.
I mean, I never even knew what a pond was in someone's backyard. You know, that's beyond my scope.
Somehow we found out about the Aquascape pond walk.
My husband's very accommodating. He's like, okay, honey, if you really want to go on the pond walk, we'll go on the pond walk. I kid you not, 3 ponds into it, my husband's going, I think we need to get a pond.
Yes. About a year and a half ago or so, we finally did it. We took the plunge, so to speak.
I work in the banking environment, which can be very stressful, and it's one of the things that you don't want to come home to turn the TV on and see the stress of the world going on, so it's just a very nice thing to come home to, sit on the deck, sit in the gazebo, listen to the water.
There's a time that your wrist is all crunched up from clicking that mouse, and you know, you're tired of staring at that screen and the monitor, and you're tired of typing away at a keyboard. When I leave school, I want to leave all that behind, and it is wonderful.
There's nothing more enjoyable than coming home, going out, sitting in a nice, easy chair. All the sound of the area is blocked out. All you hear is the waterfall.
You hear the water, you hear the birds, you smell the flowers. You go out here and you sit back and you relax, and it's just delightful.
All summer long, the door was open every single night because of the sound. It's just so soothing. Just close your eyes and imagine you're anywhere you want to be.
My wife and I travel a lot, and we found ourselves admiring so many different streams and waterfalls and the fish. What we really tried to do was to create that in our backyard, so it wasn't so much that we had to go away to really enjoy it. We can enjoy it 365 days a year.
Her sister comes over, she goes, I can make this my vacation spot for a week. You know, why go anywhere else?
I really like that element of being so close to town, but sort of in my own natural setting.
My screensaver is a picture of the pond.
Our pond.
And our pond. And, excuse me, Dolly's pond.
No, it's our pond.
I know. Our pond. And I'll be somewhere, and my screensaver will be on. And someone will say, my God, that's beautiful. Where is that? That's just my backyard. That's my backyard.
Transforms your life, and it transforms your backyard, front yard, wherever you want to have it.
First, they drew out the markings for it, and you know, we had all this orange paint. And then when they pulled up the sod, I took another picture. And then you could see them contouring the basin or the pool itself. And every contour, I think I snapped a shot or two.
I was amazed at how fast it went. He comes in with this plan by just looking at it, and it just escalated.
We never even thought of a waterfall.
Or a stream.
This is great, you know.
All of a sudden, the next day, you got water in it.
It looked great. I mean, the initial reaction when you first saw it built was just unbelievable.
It just made sense. You know, it just came into focus.
We actually had people here from out of town, and they left in the morning, they came back. They couldn't believe how much work is done in a single day.
We started out with one of the best lawns in the neighborhood. Now, while I don't have as much lawn, I don't have to mow as much either, so that's kind of a little added bonus in there.
You know, it's a new garden to start. It's a new way of living.
My mistake was when I put in the first pond, I wanted to start small. And when the pond was in there, it was so beautiful and it was so peaceful that I envisioned, you know, this bigger pond, and every year we added to it, and where it's at now is exactly where I envisioned from the beginning. So if I was going to change one thing, I probably would have just done it all on the front end and then had all these years to really enjoy it. It's just almost an acre of land that's been transformed.
The best part about putting in the pond was the attraction from all the neighbors coming together, and neighbors met in our backyard when we first put it in. They were intrigued by it, so they'd come and they'd talk, and we got to meet a lot of our neighbors because it was a new subdivision and we hadn't met people. So that was wonderful.
It's comical sometimes when people come and visit for the first time. People will come to our front door, ring the bell, who haven't been here before. We'll open and say, "Oh my God." They don't even have time to say hello to us. They're just out through the glass doors. They're out to the pond.
I think everyone that comes is really very impressed. I mean, they love what they see, and it gives a really nice sense of tranquility and visual pleasure. It's really quite nice, and people do enjoy it.
When we have get-togethers, I mean, there's people on the deck, there's people by the back pond, there's people, you know, kind of all over the place.
We had my whole family here for Thanksgiving, and you know, it was too cold to go outside. There was snow and whatnot, but everybody's out by the windows, lifting the window shades up, going, "Oh, there's the fish! I see the fish!"
Especially the kids. The kids loved it.
We have a little girl next door that comes over and feeds the fish. She always asks first because she just loves it.
We're expecting our first child, so I think it's going to be so neat that we can take our child back there and use it as a teaching tool.
My son, if he doesn't have anybody to play with that day, he just goes by the pond and I'll watch him for an hour, sometimes more. He'll just wander around the pond and poke around here and there. And
there's a moment every minute, a teachable moment, which are the best kind, when they're asking the questions.
I would much rather have my son out there enjoying Mother Nature than staring at a television screen.
Our kids have always been around the pond. They've ended up in the pond. It's a natural
the
pond. They go up and down the stream.
The pond is only 24 inches deep. You've got shells. One is perhaps 8 inches, another one perhaps 16 inches, and then right in the center it's 24 inches. At 2 feet, a child will be able to stand up.
The nice thing about the pond was it just expanded my area for gardening.
Part of the natural beauty is Dolly has it arranged so the garden is always in bloom.
You actually pay attention.
I do pay attention occasionally. I love it.
Once I started planting around the pond, I got more passionate about it because I got to experiment with plants that I've never had before, like grasses and water plants.
And the water plants have been the coolest because I knew nothing about those. You know, I at least had a year under my belt with the other gardening in the ground, but the water plants really have a nature all their own.
First of all, they set up the whole area. I mean, people love to look at plants, especially if they have pretty flowers on them.
I go for color. I want nice color and texture.
Because I know about plants, I know what will soften the edge of a pond, what'll make it look natural. I know what plants will add color and focus.
There's no way to do it wrong. If you put it out there and you don't like the way it turns out, you dig them up and you move them somewhere else.
Yeah.
And you know, then you get to have the fun all over again. How is it going to turn out this time? It's a painting that you can kind of redo and over as many times as you want to.
It just looks so pretty. I'm so proud of my pond. I absolutely would not have a pond without the fish.
We always have had fish from day one.
I can go out to that pond and stare at those fish for an hour. I know that sounds goofy, but it's a de-stressor. And it's just watching them swim around and the movements.
Every single fish is named, every single one.
Biggest one, the very first one that we had put in there is Dreamsicle.
Hot tamale.
He named them Hoover, Oric, and Eureka. Obviously after the vacuum cleaners, because when you feed them, they come up and they're sucking away. And it's
Like, oh, we've got Midnight. We have a black koi, jet black, so he's Midnight.
And I have Silky. She's a white, leather-sided koi.
And we do have a blue koi, supposedly rare.
You become a friend to your fish, and you want to feed them every day. I look
yeah, she
forward
rushes.
to
She
it.
rushes home every day to feed the fish. I get home, she's like, "Oh, I already fed them. Don't feed them anymore."
They're beautiful. Some are just gorgeous. The kids love them. They love to feed them.
Fish come right up and eat it right out of your hand.
Algae tends to build up, it's normal, okay? I don't have any algae in my pond at all. You know, the green, stringy stuff, because my fish eat it all.
And the fish will eat off everything that's in the pond. They don't need the fish food.
Oh, but I think they do.
We travel a lot, and you actually don't have to
Right.
worry about people coming over and feeding them. They just kind of do their own thing. They eat some of the algae and stuff that may grow into the pond. Ponds stay very clear, so they're pretty much a perfect pet.
You don't have to do anything with the fish. I mean, the fish stay in there year round. Everybody says, well, what do you do with the fish in the winter? Nothing. They stay in the pond. That's the neat thing, you don't have to do anything to the fish.
Don't
They
feed them.
hibernate like bears.
Yeah, don't feed them.
They go to on the bottom of the pond, they hang
make
out.
sure they have a little air hole, and they're happy.
You put a bubbler in, or you have the option of letting your waterfall run all winter long.
We just have to be careful at the bottom of the waterfall to make sure the ice doesn't form at that one section so that the water can continue to flow underneath.
And then spring, they all thaw out.
The ice melts, and boom, the fish are there. Temperature goes above 55.
And they're happy to see you, and you have a little food in April for them.
And they're bigger, they grow.
They're bigger.
I was excited to be able to see the fish because the system that Aquascapes gives to us, really clears the water. We don't have any problems with brown or green water. Everything's nice and clear.
The secret behind building a low-maintenance water feature is to develop a working ecosystem in your pond. A mechanical skimmer filter on the left of this diagram holds your pump and skims the surface of debris. The pump then transfers the water through a flexible PVC pipe to the biological biofalls on the right. With the help of beneficial bacteria, the biofalls will clean the water and return it to the pond via the waterfall. The plants and fish work together to control excessive algae blooms, and the gravel, unlike a smooth pond liner, provides surface area for beneficial bacteria to break down organic waste on the pond floor.
You want a natural balance rather than an artificial thing like a pool, pouring kind of chlorine in and this thing and this thing in. Don't do it. Just keep the aquascape system. It's natural.
It's the balance that you get between the fish, between the plants, between the water. It all works.
It's much easier than I ever thought it would be.
If you don't have lights at night, you don't see anything. It's just a black hole.
They're not essential, I don't think, but I think that adds so much to it that you'd be foolish not to have them, because you don't then just enjoy the sound of the pond at night, you enjoy the sight of it as well. It adds just a fourth dimension almost.
Being able to see the fish at night is such a bonus.
There's lights at different angles.
We
and-
look out through our bedroom window, and it looks like a pot of gold because all the fish are swimming through it.
We have 3 lights. One shoots into the main part of the pond, one shoots into the waterfall, and there's a third one in the upper pond which shoots to that waterfall.
When those do come on and everything else is pitch black, the pond is lit up, and that's neat. I really like that.
I love the fact that I can enjoy my pond any hour of the day or night.
Between the lighting and the sound, it's pretty spectacular out there.
originally we never really wanted a pond. We wanted a waterfall. So we were never concerned about what was at the bottom of the waterfall.
Personally, I prefer the pondless, the stream with the moving water. It just seems more dynamic and more alive.
We had no idea what pondless versus regular waterfalls were.
When he came out 2 years ago, he said it was just a concept then that they were just starting to look at it like a stream sort of thing. And I said I really liked that. I wanted it to sort of just meander through like it was natural, and that's what we got.
I do enjoy that meandering, moving little stream through the flowers and through the vegetation.
Our pondless stream is situated such that we can enjoy it from inside, outside, or in the hot tub and hear that nice trickling sound, and it really from a lot of vantage points.
As I started discussing the whole project with him and stressing the importance of being maintenance-free, that's when he recommended to go to the pondless. And after discussing it, it made sense for us.
We really have not had any maintenance issues at all. It's been very easy to maintain. We take the leaves out of the pondless system, which only happens really in the fall, and we leave it running all 4 seasons. It's truly been very maintenance-free.
The whole idea with this fountain is it looks beautiful and it stays looking beautiful because you don't have to do much to it. However it works, you know what? As far as I'm concerned, I don't want to know.
Water flows from a Biofalls mini filter and disappears into a bed of decorated gravel. The snorkel vault and centipede module are buried beneath the gravel bed and return the water to the top via submerged pump housed within the snorkel vault. Since the water level remains below the rock and gravel, it gives the appearance of a pondless waterfall.
I like the fact that the pondless system is shallow and nobody could ever get hurt in it, and you can actually walk up and down it.
I think this would be quite fitting for small children.
It's truly been maintenance-free and very, very, very safe.
Oh, with this, I have no concerns at all.
Overall, it's turned out, I think actually beyond what our expectations as far as the look and also the sound.
It was just the easiest way for us to go, and it filled everything we wanted.
I did struggle with, do we need to spend this kind of money? Because we're not rich people, we work hard for our money, but
it is the best investment we ever made.
It's definitely the best investment we ever made.
If you think about a hot tub, you put a hot tub outside. Why put the money into that? Put it into the pond, which is, right in the ballpark. So
I would say the person that would buy our house would absolutely love what we've done back there. I think it adds value because everything that we've put back there, it just blends in with the whole landscape. And we live in suburbia, and land is very hard to come by. And so what separates your plot of land different from someone else? I mean, there's a lot of green yards back there with a couple trees, but what we have in our backyard is an oasis.
Anybody that's looking to buy and has ever built a house knows what it costs to landscape anything. It's not a cheap process. And you look at something like that, there's definitely some value to what's out there.
You're adding something that's beautiful and enjoyable.
From an investment standpoint, it pays for itself.
I'd never have a house without a pond.
I can't wait to get up in the morning and feed the fish and water the garden and look at it for like half an hour to an hour and go to work, come back and do it all over again.
It's very nice to walk back there and check out how things have changed, because things do change every single day.
You sort out your life real easy right there because it's quiet. Usually you're not disturbed.
Well, we're already planning, our next pond or adding on to this pond. More is better.
It's fun to talk about and plan.
It's a very addicting hobby. It's one thing
It's
that
one of the few hobbies you can do together too.
Right, as husband and wife.
I could give you every flowery word in the dictionary, and you could not anticipate how beautiful it is or how much fun it is until you actually experienced it.